Can you speak on commitment?
Commitment.
Yes.
So what really matters, what's really important about commitment is to be clear about what is your intention, what are you committing yourself to, and what for. Yeah, it's important to have some clarity so that in your commitment your focus doesn't waver. Yeah? So there is a commitment, let's say like there are two sort of classes of commitment. There is the commitment that serves the person, that has personal objectives and comes from the impression, comes from the person. And there is a commitment that comes through the body-mind, from beyond, and that has a non-worldly objective. It's sort of love flowing through you towards God, that is loving truth, is loving beyond the mind. It has goals and objectives that are beyond the mind. They're impersonal intentions, and the commitment is an impersonal commitment. So in that situation, in that case, I would use the word love rather than commitment. It is just a passion, a love, and a deep interest. A genuine interest and passion that no matter what it takes, I am willing and available, and I offer everything towards that objective, towards that goal. Now, on the other hand, when you're coming from the personal intention towards a personal goal, it is like you're trying to sort of hit a moving target with a moving object. Yeah? The chances of hitting the target are very, very low. Because the person is constantly changing and shifting. Because a person is a bundle of thoughts and emotions and feelings and recollections and conditions that get triggered so easily by a variety of conditions, by a variety of phenomenal conditions. And since the phenomenal world is infinite in its dance, how it's varying and changing, the person is constantly varying and changing. There isn't a person. There is a personal impression. There is a me impression, a personal impression that is sort of is constantly changing, but there is the impression that it's not. So we believe we are the same person, while in fact we're not. What is the same about the person is beyond the person. So it's like what is the same about the cloud is the moisture, for example. What is the same about an iceberg is the water. Or what is the same about a wave is not the wave itself, is the hydrogen and the oxygen, it's the water. So what is the same about the person is beyond the person, it's consciousness. So the impression that I am the same person is only a borrowed impression from consciousness. We know we are the same, but we mistakenly think we are the same person. In fact, we are the same consciousness, not the same person. Well, there is no person, because if there is a person, we should be able to find the person right here, right now, in this very moment. So if you contemplate right here, right now, what is the person? Where do you go? Where do you go? Where do you find that person? You can only find a person in some kind of belief structure, some thought. You say, oh, well, for example, I'm born in 1960 or whatever. My mother is so-and-so and my father is so-and-so. That's just thought arising right now. So the person is thought, memory, that's arising right now. See? So the person right now, when you examine, for example, the person right now, you come upon thought right now. But the question is, what is the person? What person are you referring to? You say, well, okay, I perceive my hands, for example. See, so I am this person, this body. So in this moment, when you are saying that, when you're examining that, you're actually looking or pointing to a perception, right? You're perceiving your hands. You're pointing to a perception. And you're saying, I am this perception. That's what the person is, this perception. But what is the perception made of? It's made of consciousness. So the question remains unanswered. Where is that person? So you can say, well, I feel I'm this person. I feel I'm this person. Then we'll look at that and say, well, okay, you are pointing to a feeling, a feeling meaning some sort of bodily sensation with a thought. Yes, feeling is a bodily sensation, some sort of feeling. Go to a feeling. Go to your feeling right now of being you. Yeah, it's a bodily sensation, a vibration, and a mentation of thought, saying, I'm this person. So when you go to your bodily sensation, you're saying, I'm this body, you're basically going to a sensation and a thought. And what is the sensation made of? Go to it. The sensation is made of consciousness. Because without consciousness, what's a sensation? So really there is no person, so in a way, there is no personal commitment. Because there is no person. So personal commitment is a thought that arises in this moment. Any bodily sensation that arises in this moment that we refer to as a personal commitment. I am personally committed to blah, blah, blah. It's a mentation. It's a mentation and a sensation. It's important to see that. Because when we don't see that, there is the impression that, in fact, yes, there is an actual person with an actual commitment to an actual objective. So in the absence of clarity that the personal objective is purely mentation and imagination and fiction, in the absence of clarity about that, it maintains itself as a seeming reality. A seeming reality is an oxymoron. There is no such thing as a seeming reality. There is a reality or not. Right? So the impression of something being real is, in a way, it's a joke, because there is no impression about something being real. What is real is real, 100% real. It's through and through real. So you can ask yourself, what is it that is through and through real in this moment? Because reality has to be expressed right here, right now, because this is not nothing. It's expressing itself right here, right now. So what is it that's expressing itself right here, right now that is real? It's obviously not the color of your shirt, because yesterday you were wearing a red shirt or a green shirt. Now it's blue. It's obviously not the shape of your face, because this morning, maybe you were sleepy or whatever, your eyes you were just waking up. It's obviously not the shape of this room, because this room an hour ago was empty of people, of all these people here. So we ask the question, what is it that is real in this moment here? It's obviously not what is appearing. If it's not what is appearing, then what is it that is real? Where do we go? Anyways, get off your question. Yes, there is only one commitment, which is the commitment to truth, to awakening from the dream, to awakening from the illusion of separation. Only one commitment is true and real, which is the impersonal commitment, which is our love for the divine, our love for truth, our love for freedom and beauty. Not just to think about it, but to live that love and to realize that love and to be that love. It's an impersonal commitment that we recognize. We recognize and we say yes. So we recognize the calling, we recognize the message, and we say yes. Yes to truth, yes to sincerity, yes to love, yes to honesty, yes to contemplation, yes to the investigation, yes to listening, yes to openness, yes to the ultimate. Not any goal that is at the mind level, to go to the ultimate level, where there is no mind remaining,